what I want to talk about right now is the latest strike in a long-standing culture war where the belittled and held down white American male has been subsidized or pushed to the side.
You're joking, right? Like, this is...
No.
No.
They snuffed out our boy. Our boy has been snuffed out.
What are you talking about?
The man sitting on a chair next to a barrel. He is now lost to time.
So the cracker is no longer in the Cracker Barrel?
Not in it. He was sitting next to it. Now, here's the thing. We can speculate with Cracker Barrel because that's what we're talking about. What was in that barrel? Was there a runaway slave curled up in that barrel?
Probably. I mean, knowing white people, probably, yeah.
Now we'll never know for sure because they've changed the logo and it is a strike against white America, apparently.
I mean, does everybody realize this is just the media's way of getting us to focus on everything on this instead of what's really going on out there?
Yeah, it's the problem with the 24-hour news cycle and then also people being hypersensitive to stupid shit because of the internet. So,
I mean, getting rid of Uncle Ben, Aunt Jemima, and what was the other one? There were 3 African-American ones that they got rid of.
What about
There was Aunt Jemima,
what
Uncle
about the
Ben.
what about the mermaid's fish bottom on Starbucks? You didn't cry when we lost that.
I don't drink Starbucks coffee, and I don't
So?
care.
You don't have to drink Starbucks coffee for the mermaid to have a right to have her fish half.
I don't care.
That's a strong take to go with, buddy.
But yeah, this is just not like everybody's all up in arms and people are boycotting the place and they've lost hundreds of millions of dollars supposedly.
When really it's just a bit of corporate bullshit. They're also changing the insides of the stores. It's like a modernization attempt. Remember the way McDonald's and Taco Bell used to look back in the 90s?
I miss those ones. I'm not going to lie, I do miss those days.
Yeah, and now you walk in and it's this sleek, new, modern feel, which just looks bland and sterile, which probably just means...
Even the buildings look bland and sterile.
And it's just the idea of, I guess, just letting your food stand out and not having anything else that someone could focus on or have to change or have to pay to upkeep. Yeah, it's an evolution of that corpo behavior that's just been getting worse and worse as we dip into whatever the hell late stage capitalism means. I kind of understand what it means generally, but I do not want to read the 500-page like article detailing all it entails. So
yeah,
yeah, but we have precedent. We have We have precedent. Because this old logo versus new logo exactly reminds me of the Dunkin' Donuts change. And specifically, that entails that it used to be Dunkin' Donuts, and they had a slightly more elaborate logo, not crazy.
Wasn't it like a little donut being dunked into a cup of coffee or something like that?
Yeah, and then they wanted to redefine the way people thought of their business because they were really selling more coffee than donuts, and coffee and they were trying to move away from their old image into a new one.
Yeah, but let's be frank here. Dunkin' Donuts are not. They're subpar.
We're Mike, not Frank.
Okay, let's just be real.
Let's just be Mikes here.
Yeah, okay.
You know what? That should be a catchphrase. Let's just be Mikes here.
Dunkin' Donuts are meh at best.
Yeah, but whatever. It's the idea that they're changing their image. It's just a corporate image change. It's like a PR.
Yeah, weren't they supposed to drop
move.
the donuts?
They did. It's just called Dunkin' now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. And in this case, what you notice with the Cracker Barrel logo change is that everyone's focusing on the fact that they got rid of the man in the barrel. That's just simplifying their logo into a more silhouette identifiable logo, which I think in this case is doing themselves a disservice because not every logo needs to be simplified. Sometimes people like to see the man next to the barrel, as we're seeing now. But the part that really catches my eye is that they got rid of the Old Country Store.
Oh, they're getting rid of the actual Old Country Store.
That's what it makes me wonder. So they get rid of that part on the logo. Now, getting rid of that part on the logo doesn't mean that those stores will go away. It doesn't mean that. But I wonder if they're reducing focus on it to focus on like their food because, as Mike will put it, this liberal cuck feminist.
No.
No, neither one of us actually said that. But the fact that the CEO is a woman is ruffling some feathers. So it's like a woman. It's like a woman coming in to change things. She shouldn't be a CEO.
She's trying to change the
she ought
man
to be in the.
world.
She shouldn't be running the kitchen. She should be in the kitchen. That sort of motif. And in her official CEO photo, she's also wearing like a pair of thick glasses. So
does that mean she's educated?
Yeah, right. That's a crime in modern America. But yeah, it makes me think there's a lot of people. Not only are they mad blindly that like do white people and like in the country identify the Cracker Barrel man as like some symbol of their past and their history and their culture, like, or they just go there and get fucking biscuits, you know?
And let's face it, Cracker Barrel food isn't the best food. I mean,
Eat my dick. First thing, your favorite YouTuber, that's his favorite restaurant, for one.
well, yeah, but I mean,
And number two, it's one of my top restaurants. I love that place because it's slop. And when I say slop, I'm not saying in the Waffle House style. It's
hey, I've never had Waffle House before, so.
Oh my God, we got to go. We need to go at 4 a.m. and get into a fight with broken glasses.
Okay, I'm down.
And when I say glasses, I mean like drinks, like drink glasses.
Yeah.
You crack one of those bitches in half over a server's unconscious head because, see, she has a head, but she's unconscious. She's not going to feel it. Use that to break your glass. Well, I guess there's a table right here. We'll just do it on the table. I don't know why you would go for the...
All while eating some waffles.
Well, we will be digesting waffles at that point while we're stabbing someone.
Funniest thing is we live 5 minutes away from the closest Waffle House, and we've never been.
I've been there a few times.
Oh, wow, I've never actually stepped foot in there.
Just because we've never been to a Waffle House doesn't mean that I haven't been to a Waffle House maybe 3 times. It was fine. But...
How many heroin addicts did you see?
None. Because I went at the wrong times.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, it has that slop comfort food that just hits hard when you're so tired you don't even feel like making slop comfort food, and that down home feeling of it does taste and feel good. But people are now associating that with a loss of their culture being erased or something, which is happening at the same time that we're having our government looking into the Smithsonian because they keep saying slavery is bad. We want to talk about how things are better now. And it's like, yeah.
And how it's better to be a slave than dead.
And there's that. Yeah, that video was striking. But you have the idea, didn't we just get over all those people wanting to tear down Confederate statues and they were yelling at us about rewriting or erasing history? And now you want to say, well, we want to show how much better we are since we held slaves. Yeah, you know how you show the progress into being a better person? By also remembering the past and having it there to compare to.
Those who do not remember the past are doomed to repeat it.
Precisely, and that works both ways. Here's the thing, though. When we were talking about taking down Confederate general statues, you know what that wasn't doing? Taking them out of textbooks.
Exactly.
They were still there. Their memory was there. Their history was there. We were just taking down the big metal thing that was aggrandizing them.
Yeah, that was a reminder to all African Americans in this country, like, hey, these people existed and owned your ancestors and fought to keep them in chains.
Oh, but it was just about states' rights. Yeah, the states' right to
Blow
what?
me.
Yeah, well, no, it was absolutely about the states' rights. What was the number one states' right that they wanted to keep?
Slavery.
Slavery. So the fact that you're saying it was about states' rights, yeah. Thank you for agreeing with us. But
And here's another thing that just happened, not to go off on too much. Do you know what just happened in Florida recently?
Alligator Alcatraz?
No, well, that. But in front of, I can't remember the name of the LGBTQ nightclub.
Oh, yeah,
They removed the big rainbow sidewalk. Like, they completely tore it
the
up.
Pulse nightclub.
Yeah, the Pulse nightclub.
Which was a targeted LGBTQ attack. Yeah,
and they had the sidewalk painted rainbow for the longest time, and now because these maggots are in charge, it's gone now.
Well, somebody in the middle of the night came through and scrubbed it, probably saying that it was like, it was just a cleaning issue. Yeah, okay,
sure.
So yeah, precisely, going overboard against any sort of change happening, whether it's a change in a logo or a slight change to the cultural groupthink, to maybe just be more compassionate to people.
Yeah.
Either way, it has to be reacted to, and reacted to overly so. So, because with this Cracker Barrel thing, it is literally the exact same thing that has happened over and over again in modern corporate America. It's just a slight brand restructuring with a simplified logo. You have us people who are on decent ends of the autistic spectrum, and we hate things to change. I feel like that is just an extension of what every human has, because here we see some old logo for a restaurant you might go to at most once or twice a week, at the least maybe every few months, is having a logo change, and the fact that it's changed has made you soil your pants.
I mean, the people that are up in arms about it are pretty much the people that are there Monday through Friday, if not
Maybe
7 days a week.
But still, it is a restaurant. But beyond that, yeah, I'm glad we watched that little video, a random video about this before, and we saw a black man bring up the fact that, yeah, it's a celebration of the antebellum South, which, you know, everybody that you can at the same time love your country lifestyle. Like, there's so many things about the way I was raised out in the boonies that I love. You can love the parts of it that were good and that you had fun with. You can love your culture if you are also staking true to remembering the problems that also existed, because things are bittersweet. They're not black and white. It is a series of gray.
Yes, it is.
And you can acknowledge the bad while appreciating the good. It almost makes me feel like all the people that are upset over this just ought to watch the movie Inside Out from Pixar.
Yeah.
Realizing that some of the bad can live in the good, and that's called being a mature human being. Maybe it doesn't matter that the cracker and the barrel. And see, here's the thing. Everybody's getting mad about the cracker being gone and the barrel being gone. And yes, we're allowed to call a man a cracker because we are both white men. We are both crackers.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are allowed to say that. And sure, the cracker and the barrel are gone, but nobody's getting mad about the chair. The chair's gone, too.
Yeah, the chair's gone.
So see, everybody's missing something here. And I think a lot of people are missing the key point. In them simplifying their logo, I still say the biggest news of that is the getting rid of the words Old Country Store, which then makes me think that they're going to do the greatest disservice.
And get rid of the Old Country Store.
Yes, because I'm hoping Michael will agree that if he thinks that Cracker Barrel itself is mid, having that store up there and all the cool stuff that's in it is pretty bomb.
Yeah, and how are we going to know it's almost Christmas season in August without the Old Country Store?
Like, I'm pretty sure, yeah, you walk in there in July and you start to see some of the Halloween stuff popping in there, and it's like, oh.
And then in August, it's like, Merry Christmas! It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But honestly, I think I think if they were deciding to get rid of that they are... That'll
kill that business.
That would be the true actual downfall of this brand. But
yeah, but I mean, Pizza Hut didn't go out of business when they got rid of the buffets. They almost did.
But they are definitely not where they used to be.
No,
in any way, shape, or form. They are not the number one pizza joint in America. Actually, do this live, number one pizza chain in America.
What do we got?
Okay, December 5th, 2024. Yeah, so number one is Domino's. So Pizza Hut is still number two.
Yeah, but they'd be way up there. They'd be head and shoulders miles away from Domino's if they still had the buffets and shit.
Yeah, if they still had that old feel of charm. And honestly, if they started opening more of those up again, oh boy, the nostalgia.
Oh yeah,
that would bring in sales.
Just going in there, sitting on that table with the. Oh, just go watch the Pittsburgh Dad episode.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's Domino's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars at number 3.
Well, I mean, Little Caesars is cheap, and it's like...
Yeah, and then Papa John's, so for the ones that we know.
And people shit on Little Caesars, but if you get hot, fresh Little Caesars pizza...
Cheap and good.
It's fucking delicious.
Yeah, if you'd asked me in the 90s what pizza joint that I go to and like...
Pizza Hut.
Wouldn't exist in like 2020 or something like that. If you'd asked me as a kid in the 90s, I would have looked at my options and said, I bet you Little Caesars won't be around anymore. And guess what? The Little Caesars I went to isn't there anymore because for some reason they moved across the street.
Now we all know what mascot they'll never get rid of because everybody, doesn't matter what color skin or what you claim it would be if they got rid of this one, we'd all be up in arms. Wendy.
Yeah, but they kind of did get rid of her. Not on
Dude,
the logo.
she's the face
not
of the
on
app.
Not on the logo.
Yeah.
But the real Wendy,
She's probably
who was a bit chubby like her dad, and she starred in a series of commercials. And see, it was fine for Dave Thomas, a man, to be in a commercial and be chubby. But the second that Wendy, the actual Wendy it was named after, shows up and she's a little chubby, they have to get rid of her and then instead put in a really cute, short little redhead. Remember her commercials?
Yeah.
She was real cute, but like I didn't really care because they weren't good Wendy's commercials. And thankfully now they've replaced it with that like weird Wendy's crew.
Yeah.
They're pretty funny. But they did. They kind of got rid of
You know who
her.
needs to come back? The BK Kids gang.
Oh yeah, freaking Wheels.
Freaking Wheels, bro.
Wheels was the bomb.
That was the first. If you want to,
the first person in a wheelchair you'd ever seen?
no, it's like you want to talk about,
He might be the first person I ever saw in a wheelchair.
No, I mean when I went to school, we had a couple kids, but like
you did get to a bigger school.
But that was like the first time you saw like real inclusivity in like for
In a
kids,
kid's meal.
in a kid's commercial. Yeah.
Yeah, because at the McDonald land, they were all just like weird monsters
They were
made of
weird
food.
monster food creatures. The pedophile clown and then the rapey hamburglar.
I don't think there was ever a weird sexual undertone to the McDonald land. It was just about selling things to kids and getting them fat.
I don't know. I mean, if you were to ask me if I had to choose back when I was a kid of what kids meal I'd want,
McDonald's
I was
all the
on
way through
BK
elementary,
Kids.
all the way through elementary
Especially-
school.
dude,
because
not even
you
with
were
Pokemon?
Because you were slightly
Younger
than me. I didn't have Pokemon, Michael. I didn't have Pokemon when I was in
younger.
elementary
I'm younger
school.
than you.
Yes, that's what I said.
Pokemon didn't come out until I was in middle school.
Yes, and I was in high school. I didn't get into Pokemon until like 2017. So
Okay.
I didn't. Burger King sucked back then for kids meals, but I liked their food.
Yeah. I'll take a Whopper every now and then over a McDonald's cheeseburger.
Yeah, it's strange. I was a big McDonald's kid through elementary school, but I guess maybe McDonald's wasn't hiring out or like renting the place for parties because I had a Burger King birthday party.
Ah, the good old days.
Now, I mean, that's what we think just because we didn't have to have jobs and pay bills and stuff.
This is true.
It doesn't matter when it was. Everybody has nostalgia from when they were kids just because they were kids.
Well, yeah. I mean, but I had fun. I had a nice
Yes,
feral
you
childhood.
had fun. You had fun, whatever. But it's always the idea of looking back. And yeah, it was better because you were younger and dumber and you didn't have as many responsibilities. Now, sure, the people who don't look nostalgically back at their childhoods are the ones who were abused in some form or fashion or went through some sort of trauma, or maybe they're from Palestine. But, like, it's all about looking at the past with those goggles, and it's like, oh, I'd give anything. I think a lot of us would, especially people who aren't completely happy with their lives, or at the very least, have their rose-colored goggles installed on the back of their heads, and it's like, oh, there are so many things. But then again, you would also have to give up the knowledge of the outside world and the things around you because you were so much more insular. And now that we see the world for what it is, of course we'd like to go back.
Yeah, it wasn't a bunch of people in vans trying to fuck us.
Well, there were. You just didn't hear about it on the news, and you were lucky not to be picked up by those vans. That's another part of it. It wasn't always happier and safer back then. My mom's like, oh, there was like no crime. It's because you didn't hear about the crime. Like, she was sitting there talking about the 60s. I'm like, holy crap. Oh, okay. The 60s were so safe.
I mean, if I could go back for one day, I'd love to do it. Just one day, have one summer day as a kid again.
Just one day going to, I would pick like the arcade. That time I was going for a kid's birthday party, seeing Jurassic Park in theaters. Oh, and then, yeah, Pizza Hut buffet. Or at the very least, them bringing you that personal pan
And
pizza.
here's what needs to come back when mentioning Pizza Hut. Our kids are dumb enough. Kids are dumb enough now. Bring back the Book It program.
Book It does still exist, Michael.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think it did.
See, I literally had the exact same thought of you because I was like, I've never heard of it. But, like, Book It still has its own website and everything.
Yeah, but teachers don't give out stickers anymore.
How do you know?
At least I don't think
Are
so.
you and yeah, exactly?
My
Are you
kids
and-
never have gotten a Book It sticker book.
I don't know that your kids can read. I've never seen them do it.
My kids can read.
But I don't have proof of that. Please, if either one of you listens to this, submit a video with your face blurred out of you reading a book, and I'll just have to hope that it was actually you in the video.
God damn it.
I don't know. I'm not saying they can't. I'm just saying I've never seen it. And isn't that anecdotal evidence the greatest evidence of all that proves all claims?
I guess.
See, Michael, I brought it back around to a political
Yeah.
notion. The idea that everyone's anecdotal evidence of a thing is the exact truth, where instead they're not just thinking critically about all the other people and opinions and facts that exist around them. We've gone now for 20 minutes, basically starting from Cracker Barrel. What the hell? This was supposed to be a short minute.
Well, I mean, we could just jump in right now into the main
No.
topic of today.
No, never. Actually, you're going home right now because I have to take out my weenus and goon.
You did enough of that yesterday.
No, I actually didn't. I didn't do that until this morning.
But yeah, let's just jump into today's...
No, we're not. No, that's not how we do things. I would close this and save it and then stand up and stretch.
Well, then fine.
No, we need
Everybody still go to Cracker Barrel if you like the food. If not, I don't give a shit. Don't go or go, or I don't care.
Yeah, it's literally just a simplified logo.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Maybe you should be simple about your thoughts on restaurants and corporations and how they don't care what the hell you do other than giving them money.
Exactly.
Except breaking news update, your old country store is here to stay. Cracker Barrel rolled down that hill. The old timer is back, and they promised not to change anything. So a ton of money to a PR firm wasted. Go corporate America. Ugh.